On today's live daily news, a local cheerleader is going to London. We'll tell you why. Angelo State students return to campus, and it's looking like we're going to be getting some of that much-needed rain. Plus, head coach of the Wildcats, Houston Guy, tells you how the Hawks can win Week 1. All this and more. I'm Matt Trammell, and this is Live. But before we get into the news, the Friday One Cover One football show is back. This season, expect even more highlights, scores, and analysis than ever before. Cover One football will be every Friday night at 4, 8, and 10 o'clock. This year, Cover One is presented by Angelo Bolt, Intertel, Jim Bass Ford, Destination Florida, Brady, Texas Bank, and others. This week will kick off with action from Central, Wall, Cristobal, and so much more. So don't miss it. That's Cover One football this Friday starting at 4 o'clock, only on San Angelo Live. We start the show today with some positive news coming out of Water Valley. After 18 months and 129 visits to MD Anderson Cancer Clinic, former head coach of the Wildcats has beaten cancer. We told you last year that football coach for the Wildcats, Charles Bowles, was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. This case of cancer is known for attacking the lymphatic system and is very deadly. Thanks to the support of the community, family, and doctors, Bowles has made a full recovery. We here at San Angelo Live wish Mr. Bowles the best moving forward. Another sports-like story that made headlines today came out of San Angelo's TLCA campus. It was revealed today that sophomore cheerleader for the Eagles, Sydney Davis, has earned her spot in this year's New Year's Day parade in London. That is very exciting, but how did a girl from San Angelo make it all the way across the pond? Well, Davis was selected as an All-American during the UCA camp here at Angelo State University this past July. This award is only given to the top 12% of cheerleaders across the country. Davis said she's ready to represent San Angelo. Well, Sydney, we're ready for you to represent us as well. In other news, if you haven't noticed yet, the Rams have returned to the Angelo State campus. Yesterday, Rambunctious Week kicked off with a big hamburger lunch to welcome in the new students. After the lunch was over, students met their future classmates, got familiar with the campus, and of course, said goodbye to mom and dad. The night ended at the LeGrand Stadium with their event, Night at the Stadium. Events will continue throughout the rest of the week with classes starting on Monday morning. And for those students moving in, they could not have picked a better weekend. Currently, we are in a heat advisory until tomorrow. Then after that, there will be a chance of rain every day. The majority of the rain is likely to hit on Sunday and Monday, but do not be surprised if those showers move up early. Of course, weather is always changing, so stay tuned to the Live Daily News Show every weekday for updates. And finally, the Wallhawks are gearing up for Week 1 against the Eastland Mavericks. Our Cover One crew caught up with Wall's head coach, Houston Guy, to hear from him before the big matchup. But before we get to all that, here's a message from Angelo MRI.
Who decides where you get your hair cut? You do. An oil change? You do. How about an MRI? That's right, you do. And it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Get a doctor's orders, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI, and let us do the rest. We call you to schedule an appointment, we call your insurance, and we send the results to your doctor. You need a doctor's orders, but a doctor can't order you where to go. It's your health, your choice, your MRI.
The Wallhawks football team takes to the field for the start of the regular season on Friday. Eastland travels to Wall, and head coach Houston Guy says his players are ready to go. Guy took a moment out of practice on Wednesday to talk about what he expects from the Hawks in Week 1 and beyond. Let's check it out. All right, joining me now is head coach Houston Guy of the Wallhawks, previewing the matchup with Eastland this weekend. Coach, how are we feeling today?
You know, it's been a good week for us. We've got a lot of work done. We're trying to clean up some of the errors that we had from Friday night. We put the ball on the ground a little more than we wanted to. We had more penalties than we wanted to. So we're trying to clean those areas up where we don't continue their drives or stall our drives out. So there's some things that we left where we felt like that we could definitely improve on.
And as far as Eastland goes, of course, they struggled a little bit last year, but as we were just talking about a second ago, they were young last year and they're much improved. What do you expect out of them?
You know, they're playing with a lot of confidence. Like I was telling you, they returned a lot of young kids from a ball club that was majority sophomores and a couple of freshmen last year. So they had a lot of growing up to do, and they took their lumps last year. So they came into their first 2 scrimmages. They looked a lot better. They got a new head coach. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now. They had a really good scrimmage versus Coleman, and Coleman's pretty good. And so they're a scary ball club. They're a team that comes in with a lot of confidence and playing with a lot of excitement. Can jump up and bite you. So you got to be really dialed in when you're facing an opponent like this.
And speaking of scrimmages, Coach, Eastland might have played well against Coleman, but y'all played pretty well against a really talented Midland Christian team a week ago. Of course, it had a few mistakes, but what did you take away from that scrimmage that's going to help you give the guys motivation this week?
You know, I thought offensively, I thought we moved the ball really well. I thought our perimeter blocking was as good as it's been in 6 or 7 years. I thought our receivers and our running backs are blocking really well. We've got the speed in the backfield it could break at any point in time. You know, we've got a lot of speed back there. We got some powerful running backs. I got a quarterback that's doing a really good job of reading his keys and is really playing with a lot of confidence and making the correct reads. Defensively, you know, we're picking up where we left off, playing with our hair on fire and just getting to the football as fast as we can with bodies to the ball. And, that's what we want to do. And they look good. I thought they looked real good Friday night.
You mentioned a quarterback that's reading all his keys right and everything, and that would be Gunnar Dillard. He was a sophomore last year. What kind of growth have you seen out of the young man over the past year?
You know, it's one of those things. Gunnar took his lumps last year. You know, it was about week 7 before I was even sure Gunnar was even reading the option. You know, it was one of those things where he struggled early, but we believed in him and we felt like he was going to be the man, in the future.
Defensively, let's just go ahead and talk about the defense for a minute. Of course, gave up a couple big plays against Midland Christian, but y'all have a lot of speed on the defense this year. Maybe not as much the size as y'all had last year, but definitely the speed. What do you expect out of your defense specifically this weekend? You know,
they're going to be, flying to the football. Like you said, we're not real big up front defensively, but they're super fast. You know, there's a lot of smaller guys, but I think everybody on our defense is a sub 540. They're very, very fast. They're very aggressive. You know, they're going to play assignment football, but yet they're going to do it getting to the football in a hurry, getting helmets to the ball. I think it's going to be one of those defenses that gives up, 7 or 8 points a ball game throughout the season, and we look for great things from those guys.
All right, Coach. Now, go ahead and tell the fans out here where the game's at, what time it starts.
It's going to start at 7 o'clock on Friday night here at Hawk Stadium.
All right. And again, this has been Coach Houston Guy, head coach of the Wall Hawks. Thanks. Guy seems confident that Wall will handle business this weekend, but gives credit to Eastland's coaching staff over the growth the Mavericks have shown so far in the preseason. The Hawks host Eastland and Wall this Friday. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. And of course, for more sports around the Concho Valley and beyond, be sure to check in every day at sanangelolive.com/sports.
Gross.
Right now, get 15% off carpet cleaning from Carpet Tech.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Coach Guy. I guess we'll see if you were right, because tomorrow, Cover 1 will be there at the Wall Eastland game to see if Wall can pull it off. Of course, I think all of us here are rooting for them, so we'll see if they can get it done. This is Live Daily News. We're here every weekday during the 4 o'clock hour. We're going to be giving you news and an interview to get you through the day. For all of us here at San Angelo Live, I'm Matt Trammell. We will see you guys tomorrow.